The Fat Controller had recently assigned Arthur the branch line duties. He started on the Brendam branch by taking a load of metal from Brendam. But when he arrived at Wellsworth, he found a surprise there. "Henry, welcome back," said Arthur. "When did you get out?" "A few hours ago," said Henry, "and I feel great. Is Milo doing okay?" Fine, though I'm getting more concerned about that Class 17. "You mean Derek?" "Why?" Arthur told everything about what happened with Derek and Milo's behavior. "It just doesn't add up," said Arthur. "I understand that Derek's class isn't the most successful, but it wouldn't go to the point where Miles would just bully him and call him a failure." Said Henry. "I think you need to tell the Fat Controller at once. I'm all too familiar with this sort of behavior." Henry retorted his past and recalled Alfred doing the exact same thing to him. "You don't say," said Arthur in disbelief. "Indeed, he's done that to me. He was sent packing at least. If Milo's not stopped, Derek could be sent for much worse." Arthur looked down at his buffers until he thought of a plan. "Leave it to me," said Arthur, and he puffed away back to the harbor. Meanwhile at the harbor, Derek raced into the loneliest part of it. "I'm no use to anyone," he wept. But just then, "Oh, that's not true," said Arthur. "Arthur, what are you doing here?" stammered Derek. "I can't even tell you were innocent. You're not like any diesel I've seen on the other railway. But my friend, on the other hand..." "You mean you don't believe Milo?" Arthur recounted his conversation with Henry. "And here I thought I was all muffled up in the radiator," said Derek with relief. "The question still stands. How are we gonna prove I'm innocent and he's behind all this?" "Leave it to me," smiled Arthur. The next morning, Arthur was arranging a train. As Derek rolled up, "Oh, Arthur," Derek said loudly, "have you seen the coaches for the VIP train? They should be somewhere in the harbor." "Excellent," said Derek. "I'll go get them after I finish shunting at the lead mines." VIP passenger indeed, went Milo. "That VIP passenger will be mine, not that Class 17's. Meanwhile at the lead mines, Derek pretended to be asleep, and he heard the sound of some cars rolling over the points and some chuffing. Snickered Milo. "That VIP train is all mine." But meanwhile, while Milo wasn't looking, chuckled Derek. "Works like a charm." Meanwhile, in the outskirts of the harbor, Milo was looking around. Special coaches. Special coaches. Where can an engine find some special coaches? "Over here," said a voice. And bingo was his name-o. And Milo swiftly went into the yard. But when he got in there, he found a surprise waiting for him. "Oh, hello there," said old Slow Coach. "You must be Milo." "You're not a special coach," Milo growled. "Well, I am a coach, but I don't often claim to be special," were you looking for some? There's supposed to be a VIP train today, and I'm gonna be the one to take it. A VIP train? That does sound special. Milo looked in engagement. There, standing next to him, was Derek. You, went Milo. How'd you get out of that siding? I helped him, said Arthur, who rolled behind Milo. The question is, how did you know he was trapped? Milo went pale. Well, there's a saying. An excellent question indeed, Arthur. I look really forward to hear the truth then. Well, Milo, shall we have the answer? Milo's speechless face turned to a wicked snarl. Yes, it was all my doing. I'm still an engine at his prime. Why should I be the one to face the process of scrap? Oh yes, we've heard of this sanctuary known as the Fat Controller's Railway, a haven where steam will still have a place and will run to this very day. But he paused, glaring at Derek. There still appear to be failures and rats among us. I've proven my worth. Surely you wouldn't send an engine to his end. Would you, Topham? The Fat Controller paused. No, Milo, he said. However, I do hope that you find a new home, because it won't be here. Milo was mortified. So, sir, you wouldn't. Deceit has no place on my rails. I welcome all engines, steam or diesel. But that's only if they're hard-working, really useful, and honest. You've shown hard-working and being reliable, but honest wasn't one of them. I'm afraid your time on this railway is up, my friend. You shall return to the mainland immediately. Milo's speechless tone turned into a sinister smirk. Ho ho ho, you call this deceit? My dear sir, it is survival. The only thing that matters in the age of scrap. Well, you've won the battle, but not the war. I'll take my leave as your request, but you will remember me. Later that evening, Barry had a long goods train heading to Norwich, with Milo at the back of it heading to Midland Railway. When Barry was given the all clear, he moved the long, heavy train with Arthur and Derek watching. The both of them still watch as Barry and his long goods train disappeared over the horizon. Do you think we were a bit too hard on him? Said Derek. Scrap is something a steam engine definitely doesn't want. I can't say, said Arthur. Only time can tell if he actually changed. I can't agree more, said the Fat Controller. Though I wish there was a way we can help you, Derek. We gave you new parts and new paint, but they did you no good. Well, sir, said Arthur, I do have a mechanic who is very talented. She fixed me up once. I'm sure she can fix up Derek. Oh, really? Tell me all about this mechanic. Well, despite what her appearance is, she is very smart and can get any engine fixed up in no time. I see. Would you like that, Derek? Oh, yes, sir. Please, sir. Thank you, Derek. So good luck. I'm pleased to say that the procedure Derek would undergo was a roaring success. When he left the works, he felt better than ever. He can now pull fast services without overheating
the same can be said for heavy goods trains. In fact, he was doing so good that the Fat Controller allowed him to pull the express every now and then. All the engines agree that he was a really useful engine, especially Arthur. He and Derek became great friends. But what about Milo? No one knows for certain. He mysteriously disappeared after leaving Sodor. Perhaps he had changed his ways and found a new home. But 24 years later, steam engines on the other railway have heard the groaning and hissing of a steam engine clanking through on its way to the Fat Controller's railway. I think the engines of the other railway are right, don't you?